Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to the Red Hot channel. And today we're not going to be working on a 240. Yep, got that taken care of a couple weeks ago. Brought it back to the owner, and yeah, so we just kind of been chilling out. Cleaned the garage, which I made a mess again, so it's right back to square one of a pigsty of a garage. But yeah, we're going to be working on something different today. And we're going to be working on something that's mine, I own. And I can't wait. Today we're going to go ahead and stuff the motor back in my Trans Am. No, it won't be running. We won't be getting any running videos or stuff like that because it is still pretty gutted. But I bought a new thing for it, and I was going to wait for the other parts to show up, and then I was going to put it in, but I can't contain myself, and I need to see what it looks like in the car, even though none of it's ready for it. But we're going to go ahead and do it today. Yeah, so, yeah, let's get after it. As you can see, it's cleaned, but I really haven't done anything to it. I still need to cut off the old radiator mounts. I'm gonna get these cut clean. I got to get the old turbo mount cut off of it. The old headlight mounts, I got to get those knocked off and redone still. But and I still got to get all this finished up on the firewall. But I don't want to do anything on the firewall just yet, just because there might be some things changed, gussets added. I might have to do some hood supports, like because when this thing hits about 125-ish, the hood will start lifting off the windshield, and it's very scary because it literally picks up kind of like, I don't know, it's on the windshield, and by the time I'm done with the pass, it's like clear up here. So it's only a matter of time before that hood flies off again. And yes, it has happened once, and that was fun. Brand new hood, just got it painted, and it flew off at the end of the track. They said it went higher than scoreboards, from what I've heard. But back to this. So we'll probably have to make some mounts, kind of something that will come up here, and then we can attach it so it won't do that anymore. No more of that lifting up issue. But as you can see, motor, and I got my mock-up transmission hooked up to the motor, and I'm gonna get that stuffed into there. This red BMR K member is getting removed. I am changing it up. I run pretty much everything on this chassis, and this car is all Midwest chassis on the back half of the car. It has all been Midwest chassis, but the front looks like miss and match stuff. This is a BMR Turbo K. Back when I wanted to run the turbo exhaust out the back of the car, it was more of a street car than a race car. But since then, things have obviously changed. So I'm going to go ahead and put a Midwest chassis K in this thing, Midwest chassis A-arms, upper and lower, a bunch of other odds and ends stuff, and I'll get into that more when we get the actual K member in. Ordered it about 4 weeks ago, so I would think it's going to be here hopefully soon, but it's just, you never know with everything going on right now. I mean, when it shows up, I guess. Can't rush it. It is what it is. But I still got this K member in here, which I will be selling once I get my new one in. And then we're gonna go ahead and use, I put the UMI billet aluminum motor mounts that I have, put those back on the motor so we can stuff this thing in here. I've also got Midwest Chassis Power Glide transmission mount right there. This is the first time I've unboxed it. I've had it for probably 6 months now. It just never even opened it up. I just had it sitting on the shelf. But yeah, we'll go ahead and put that in and put you on a time lapse and get after it. I'm rambling on and need to get to work, so let's go. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed that little time lapse there. So guess what? She's in. Took me a little bit to get it in there, mainly because I have seemed to have lost about 90% of all the bolts that hold things in. I guess, I don't know where they're at. They're probably somewhere. Probably in the back of the car. I got a whole stash of stuff in the back of the car from when it was sitting in my trailer. But, yep, we're back in the car, and yeah, love it. So, I'm gonna show you one of my new little things I got for the car that I'm super happy to get on the car. I've already put it on the car, but I figured I'd take it off, put it back in the box to show you guys what I got for the top of this thing. So, there's a bunch of different options, honestly. I used to run a Super Victor Junior. Yeah, it was a Super Vic intake on this thing with a 6061 elbow, which worked great, made 1300 horse with it, and it did the job. But I wanted something different this next time around, and just look a little bit better, in my opinion. So I went with a different intake, and at that time, when I sold everything, Texas Speed just came out with a new intake, and it's called the Titan intake, I guess. They originally just came out with, I think, with LS3 ports, and that's what they came out with at first. But when they eventually came out with the LS1 Cathedral port, I jumped on that thing immediately and bought it, and there it is, the Titan sr-1, I believe that's the intake name. Got it with everything, got the rails, mounts, everything for it. Even got the throttle body mount to run the cable and stuff, but I decided to I'm gonna run Motion Raceworks new Icon throttle bodies that they have. They just look a lot nicer, and the weld flanges and stuff like that is gonna make it super clean and nice for the new build for this thing. I do have the new intercooler order too, but it's probably going to be a while for that one. I think the last time I ordered an intercooler from these guys that I ordered it through, it took, I would say, 3-4 months till I got it. Yeah, but it was totally worth it. It's a flawless piece. I can't even talk. It's a flawless piece. It looks awesome, and yeah, it's real nice, real nice. So I went ahead and went back with them, even though it's going to take forever to get it, and I'm sure it's going to take even longer now. Maybe, I don't know, but I'm hoping to have it by this winter sometime, so I can actually start making parts for that, get the turbos and all that lined out and whatnot. But I can't really make anything for that until I get all the parts. So how about we get this thing out of the box? Oh, God. Careful, careful. Oh yeah, there it is. And you know what? When I initially picked it up, I was like really surprised as to how light these things actually are. They're like my Super Vic I had, that thing was pretty heavy for what it was. And these probably weigh about, I have no clue how much they weigh. I just know they're less. But I'm going to go ahead and set you guys down, and then we'll get this intake on and check it out and see what it looks like in the car with the new firewall all cut out and clean looking. See how much room we have. So I'm going to show you guys right here on top of the mess I have. Bear with me. I don't have any of the gaskets in it yet, but we get the idea what it looks like. I'm just going to line the wheels up. Yeah, looks good. So, what do you think? You like? You like? There it is on top of the motor with the new, with all this cut out and stuff. Just tons and tons of room. I know, like a Holly high rise, it will go clear up into here. And if you're coming down off a wheelie, say goodbye to your windshield usually. But this has just tons of room in here. I can fit my whole hand in there. Make life a lot easier. Can also run all my wiring and maybe even run. See, I run these Trick Flow steam vent ports, and I'm thinking about going to Motion's new. Their steam vent ports, which run through the valley. I like those a little bit better. Also with their Motion Icon throttle body, that's going to look really nice. I'm actually wanting to do as much Motion parts as I can on this car because, one, they make awesome products. Two, they're from Iowa. I'm from Iowa. It just makes sense for me to buy parts from another Iowan. Just makes sense. And I don't know, they're just awesome parts. I'm super impressed with it. They're always coming out with new stuff. And if I do have something that breaks, they're literally like 3 hours for me. So I can just run over and grab it, or it's within a day or two shipping. So that's always a good plus with their stuff. But let's go ahead and throw a throttle body on this. I've got a 92 mil Nick Williams throttle body. This was on the car last time out. It did work. It worked great. Like I said, 1300 horse with this setup with the 92. The new Icon's probably going to be 102 mil. But we're just going to put this on there, see what that looks like on there. So I'm going to have to sit you down again. Sorry. Put you on my bench with all the mess. You know how much of a pain in the butt it is to get, so you put your car away for a couple years, you don't even want to look at it, and you think that you put all your nuts and bolts into like an area you're going to find them later, and when you do decide to throw it back together, it won't take very long. And then you go to put the car back together and try to find those nuts and bolts, and you can't find them. That sucks, and I'm probably going to spend a couple days trying to find them. I'm sure they're somewhere, and I'm sure I got them put away very nicely, but I have got no clue where they're at right now. So, just kind of throwing it together with whatever I can honestly find. So it's not the prettiest stuff. Honestly, these bolts actually might have been the throttle body. Who knows? Alright, so there it's on. This is upside down, obviously. The Icon throttle bodies, they look something similar to this, upside down, so this will give me an idea what it looks like. And dang, it looks cool. I like it. Once we get the K-member in here, the new K-member and everything, then we could really start making stuff, but we can't really do anything until that K-member comes in. So we know exactly where everything's going to be, because this is the BMR. Everybody's a little different, maybe, I don't know. I know from a factory K-member to this K-member, it's a little different. I mean, not much, but just a touch different. Couldn't just make a kit and then switch K-members around. It really wouldn't work out the greatest, maybe, I don't know. Fitment issues would be a problem. But the new intercooler I got, it's not, see, I could have got like a shear fab intake intercooler combo, but I wasn't 100% sure if it was going to fit, and so I went ahead and ordered this, and then I started doing some more research on that shear fab intake intercooler combo, and I think it would fit now, but I'm not 100% sure. And then this came in, so we're just going to go ahead and we're going to run this Texas Speed intake because it just looks awesome on this car. I love it. So I went ahead and ordered the intercooler, and I will tell you more information on the intercooler when I get it, but right now we don't have it, obviously, but I can give you an idea where it's going to sit. So it's a basic pyramid intercooler, and we're going to set it right in this area. So we're going to have the turbos running into the bottom of it, feeding here, and it has a one coming up, and then all we got to do is make a little bend, run some here to there, and run a couple of blow-off valves and all the cool stuff, and that shouldn't take too much. Then we got to figure out the radiator placement and whatnot, but we'll figure that out later on. But yeah, so we got the intake on, and got some other odds and ends stuff to do. I do have more parts in a pile of parts of things that's going on in this car, but we'll do that later in another video. So we're gonna call it for today, guys, and I hope you enjoyed this. It's kind of just a pre-video to get you guys amped up and ready, because we're gonna get hammering down on this car, and I cannot wait to get going on it. I can't wait till next year. I'm gonna have this thing out running and making some passes again. But yeah, just gonna call it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more on this thing and keep track of everything that's going on with this car as it happens, I will just upload a video just as soon as the next thing happens, or the next thing, or the next thing. So like and subscribe, and hit the notification button thing, and that way you guys can keep up to date on everything that's happening and not have to search for it when I do start putting more and more out there. But that's gonna call it, guys. Thanks for watching. See you later.